All right, I always like it when we have the women affair here, but there's a lot to catch up with in the world of sport, and athletics will take our attention right now. I know that is just 6 days to the start of the Paris Olympic Games, and we're already seeing a lot happening just in preparation for the Games. So far, which has caught your interest just en route to the game?
Okay, en route to the Olympics game, what has caught my interest is Tobi Amusan performance, because in the Holloway Classic, she came second, which for me is not really a panic for me, because I know what she's capable of under pressure. So because she came second, the person that came third is the person that ran the fastest time this year in the US. So for me, when it comes to the big stage, I feel that she will deliver, because she's the world champion and she's a record holder. So for me, and also Favour Ofili too, I can't undermine what she has been doing. She won both 100 and 200 meters in the Holloway Classic. So she's doing well, and I believe, because we've not been having good performances in the Olympics. Our best performance is in 1996 Olympics, that we won like 3 gold medals, 2 gold medals. So this generation, we believe they are going to bring a lot of medals. So I believe in Favour Ofili, I believe in Amusan, and I feel that they are leading the line in the athletics that are bringing home, even if it's not gold, silver, or bronze, at least a medal.
All right, I'm not surprised that you had to pick out 2 incredible women to, show the spotlight here with what they are doing in preparation for the Paris Olympic Games. Still talking about Tobi Amusan and Ofili, we have them on our radar today in the conversation. But I will start up with the man on parade at the Holloway Classic. That's Ezekiel Nathaniel. He delivered a stunning performance at the Holloway Pro Classic in Florida. He clinched victory in the men's 400-meter hurdles, and with a commanding time of 48.21 seconds. The Nigerian athlete led the race from start to finish, showcasing his exceptional skill and speed on the track. Nathaniel's closest competitor, Chris Robinson, crossed the finish line in second place with a time of 48.96 seconds compared to what Nathaniel garnered over there. So you should know that this is one to look out for at in the international games, the sporting fiesta. Now, still delving on that Tobi Amusan and Favour Ofili, what they had to do at the Holloway Classic. For Amusan, she did not pick the win, but Favour Ofili picked the win in the 100 and 200 meters. Let's have athletics expert Charles Diya, who'll be joining us via Zoom right now. Thank you so much, Charles, for joining me on the show.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Still morning. Good morning to you. And how's everybody in the studio? It has been a good one for Nigeria athletics in recent time, this year especially, and hopefully this will translate to a medal all at the Olympics.
Of course, I wanted to really welcome you, telling you that you are blessed among women today, because you're the third guest with me and Anastasia. You did talk about Tobi Amusan, but I'm a bit worried about her performance. We understand that she got a poor start, but she flew over the hurdles very well, conveniently. But she had to make it right for 2 years, this problem of having to start late. So what really happened that she's not had a good start over the year? If her start is on par with others, do you think she can, beat anyone on track?
I will tell you one thing. In the past, it's not about pure stats for Tobi Amusan. It has always been the fact that she will eat hurdles, maybe 1 or 2 hurdles, and then she will have to be tough with others. But this time around, she has gotten over that aspect of eating hurdles. So I can tell you, the first that they are talking about, she had a recent issue of jumping the gun, about 2 back-to-back events, and maybe that is one that is affecting her at the moment. But I can bet you, when you get to the worst stage, you can be rest assured that Tobi, you can imagine she ran 12.49 in her semi-final before the final, which was 12.60. So it's going to get better. That's the truth. I can tell you. The coaches are there. Our coach is there with her, and they will tell her what to do and what not to do at this moment. She has gotten over the issue of the ban issue, so that one is out of it. The issue of eating the hurdles is out of it. The most important thing is for her to know, I'm starting now and I'm going to get it. That's just it.
We just have 2 weeks, not 2 weeks, I'm saying at this time 6 days, or 6 days to the start of the 5 days, yes, counting by the time to the start of the Paris Olympic Games, but 2 weeks before the start of athletics at the Paris Olympic Games. Isn't this too short to fix her start. She needs to fix her start. She's going to the Paris Olympic Games, and we are very hopeful that she will get us a medal at this competition. Is the time too short?
Let me tell you the truth. Look at this girl. After winning the world championship, after getting the world record, every competition she participated in, she has been winning. She has been getting us gold. Look at the Diamond League. She has been winning. So getting set, getting ready for this Olympics, I'm not saying yes, she's going to win the gold. I'm not saying she's not going to win the gold. But I can bet you Tobi is going to make us proud. Definitely. Tobi Amusan is going to make us proud in Paris. If you look at most of the coaches that are there in camp, our coach and every other coaches, they are ready to put her at the best performance, to get the best performance from her. So we should not just stress ourselves. I'm telling you, Tobi will do it for us.
All right, you did mention that maybe she's been affected by all that has happened to her and the false start she had at a particular competition before now. Are you optimistic that she can overcome this in time, knowing that she's capable of doing better timings at the hurdles?
I can't bet you. Don't be surprised that we're going to get, maybe she might even give us another world record again this time around at the Olympics. I'm telling you, the most important thing is for her to get to the final first. That's the most important thing, and it's going to be a big one for her to get to the final. The last Olympics, she finished fourth, if you recollect, and it was because she hit the ordeal. That was why she finished fourth. This time around, she had, like I said, she already overcome the aspect of ordeals, hitting the ordeals. You can see it was flawless, climbing the ordeal, jumping the ordeal. So this time around, it's just for her to just start like every other person. And you know, she just wants to be sure that she's not going to jump the gun, because that is going to be the worst thing happening to an athlete, jumping the goal. This stack that got to the final with her, that beat her to the gold, they actually did first and second in the heat too.
Heats, yes, I saw that.
Yes, so it's, you know, USA, they have one thing about them. They really want to, how would a Nigerian beat them? That's the problem now. And they really want to do everything within their power.
But I think that is everywhere.
To get it back.
And that is everywhere in sport. You always want to dominate because
Tobi is the athlete to beat at the Olympics. I can bet you.
And I know that the hopes of Nigerians lie on her. We really know that she's one of the golden girls, like Ese Brume, and we're really hopeful that she brings back the medal. But let's move away from Tobi Amusan right now, Charles and Anastasia. Anastasia did mention about Favour Ofili, and I'll be talking about her right now. She is racking up the wins. I never saw that Favour Ofili would do something magical over there in the 100 and 200 meters. Just over an hour after clinching that 100 meters win, she took the 200 meters and went 22.36 seconds, beating her training partner. Her closing speed this season seems to be unmatched, Charles.
Let me tell you one thing about Favour Ofili. If you notice, Favour Ofili's best performance has always been the 200 meters. And 200 meters has been, yes, that has been our main thing for so long. So I'm not surprised that she won the 100 meters and the 200 meters. But the work starts when we get to the Olympics. I'm telling you, we have Favour Ofili, we have Rosemary Chukwuman, and those two, Olajide,
yeah.
We have the athletes. Yes, we have the athletes. The most important thing, I keep saying one thing: if you can get to the final of most of these events, I bet you we might be seeing so many medals coming from Paris. The most important thing is don't jump the gun. Make sure you get to the final. You can even finish second in your heat. The most important thing is to qualify for the final. And by the time you get to the final, then,
I'm sorry to butt in. I understand that these events, yes, a preparation going into a big fiesta like the Paris Olympic Games, but I know one thing with Nigeria, when we get to international meets like that, after racking up these numbers, we see something else on the day. I'm not playing the devil's advocate here. I remember Enoch Adegoke, he had picked up an hamstring at the final where he had to run. Is this not too much for Favour Ofili, having to run the 100 and the 200 even before, 2 weeks before the Paris Olympic Games? I know she has been fielded in the 200 anyway for Nigeria, but will she be running the 100 and the 200 at the event? And is this not too much for her going into the Paris Olympic Games?
Now, I'll tell you one thing. One thing that we should appreciate this year is the fact that most of these our athletes have not been competing so much like they used to do in the past. Anytime a major competition is coming up, you see them running, and by the time they get to the major championship, they will have won out. This time around, it's different with what they've been doing. Look at our people that we're talking about. At the national trials, I think Favour did only 200. She was not part of the 100 meters, and it has been like that for this athletes. So they'll be able to reduce their level of competition this time around. They'll be able to reduce the competition they participated in. So this is going to help them at the Olympics. They have to get this done. They have to continue to at least compete against the best that are going to the Olympics. And that's what they've been doing. And I'm happy with what she's doing. This is the confidence. This gives them confidence that, no, I can do better than this that I've done. I can get more time. I can get better time with what I've done. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy with what she's doing. And I can bet you, it's not really going to affect her, definitely.
All right, I'll be crossing my fingers and sharing that same confidence with you that this would just be a booster to what she's about to do at the Paris Olympic Games. We have been speaking to an athletics expert, Charles Diya, joining us all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. We appreciate your wealth of knowledge being shared here on In the Game. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.